These are the December horoscopes for all 12 signs. Also, be sure to check out everclear.com for my personal favorite tarot readers and psychics. I highly recommend getting a 2025 forecast from them in the form of a tarot or psychic reading. Aries risings, during the first half of the month, you are highly affected by a new moon in your 9th house of education, travel. So this may be a time in which some of you could be making educational plans, or you could be making travel plans. However, you are also highly affected by Mercury retrograde in this house as well. So you do want to watch out for potential mishaps when it comes to your travel plans. This would also be a really great time to seek out new opportunities when it comes to your career. If you are putting time and effort into your career or into developing some sort of new career strategy or looking towards a new stream of income, this is a really great time for you to find newfound career success, or you to come up with brilliant new solutions which will allow you to propel yourself towards career success. Or you may be presented with new opportunities to get ahead in your career. Now, you will be highly affected by Mars retrograde from December 6th all the way to February 23rd, and this will be affecting your 5th house of relationships and creativity. So this will be a really great time for you to backtrack and to take a look at your creative projects, your creative endeavors, and to figure out what you need to do differently or how to redo your plans so that you can achieve creative success if that's something that you're striving for. For example, if you want to get into a field such as writing, singing, acting, artistry, for example. During that time, many of you could also reconcile with an ex. Some of you may have unfinished business with an ex, in which case you may reunite, or this may be a time in which you gain closure with them, or this could be a time in which you were healing from past relationship wounds. Or if you are in a relationship, there could be some past issues that are being brought to the surface that you do have to address. This could be a rocky time for people's relationships, or again, this could be a time in which your ex is coming back and you're sorting out your issues with them. The first half of the month is also a great time to connect with friends, to socialize, to network successfully, connect with the right kinds of people who can open doors of opportunity for you. This is a great time to work towards your higher dreams and aspirations. Let's talk about the second half of the month. On December 15th, we have a full moon in your 3rd house, and this will affect how the second half of the month plays out for you. So many of you could be putting time, effort, and energy into your work projects, your creative projects. For example, a business plan, a business project. And this is a really great time to figure out solutions to turn that into a success. Many of you may find that there are things happening with your social life. Some of you could be letting go of acquaintances or friends who no longer serve your higher interest. Some of you may be networking as well. You may be making brand new important connections. Many of you are going to be celebrating with your friends. You may be going to social gatherings, social events. There could be parties. So the second half of the month is likely going to be very exciting and fun for you, especially when it comes to your relationships with your friends. And it is one of the best times out of the entire year for you to manifest and work towards your highest dreams and aspirations, those seemingly unrealistic goals. There could even be unexpected events that occur between you and your friends as well, or unexpected opportunities to accomplish your dreams if you seek them out. And on December 30th, we have a black moon in your 10th house of career. So many of you could be embarking on a brand new career journey. You could be finding new career paths. You could be looking towards new career strategies that will allow you to find success for the new year. So pay attention to what's happening in your career around this time. This is a really great time to manifest the career of your dreams, or to start working towards the career of your dreams, or seeking out opportunities that will help you achieve the career of your dreams for 2025. Taurus risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. You are highly affected by a Taurus new moon in your 8th house of finances and spirituality. So this may be a time in which you were able to come up with brilliant solutions to boost your wealth. And this is a really great time to listen to your intuition, pay attention to your gut feeling. Your intuition is likely going to be right. You will be able to have revelations and figure out the truth to many unknown situations, or situations you've been confused about. For example, you may be able to uncover whether or not someone has lied to you about something along those lines. And this is a time in which you may have prophetic dreams and visions. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the daydreams that you have, pay attention to any angel numbers, signs, or synchronicities that may pop up, as they will be extremely significant. Even though we will have Mercury retrograde, and yes, there can be travel mishaps, this is a really great time for you to travel, or to at least go on adventures. Many of you may be leading a much more exciting lifestyle during this time. You may be planning exciting things with your friends or your family members, for instance. instance, this may be a time in which you are planning a very exciting trip. From December 6th all the way to February 23rd, we will have Mars retrograde in your 4th house of family, home living situations. So this could be a time in which there could possibly be disputes amongst the family, either between you and family members or just within your family, or there could be potential issues that do arise, which you do want to be cautious about. Nothing serious, but there could again be potential arguments. So you want to be careful with the people that are closest to you. This will be a really great time to make major career moves. Many of you will have the ability or even the opportunity to get ahead in your career. Obviously, you have to put in the effort to make this happen, but this is a really great time to grow and expand in your career, to have that massive growth. The amount of energy and time that you put in will be relative to how much more successful you can become. This is a really great time to start new career ventures as well. This may be a time in which you boost your reputation and you'll be able to gain more notoriety, fame, attention, recognition that you deserve. So put yourself out there. Now let's touch on the second half of the month. On December 15th, you are highly affected by a full moon in your second house of finances and income. This will affect how the second half of the month plays out for you. So this may be a time in which you are making major money moves, or this is a really great time to make major money moves. And this will be very similar to what I was talking about in regards to your career, but you may be able to find successful streams of income. You could be dropping behind a certain stream of income you had before, perhaps a career path that you had before, in pursuit of a more promising career path, a more promising income stream for the new year. While you'll be able to find opportunities to make more money, this may also be a time in which you're spending a lot of money and you may be living it up. This may be a time that is a lot more lavish, luxurious, and hedonistic. So you may find that you are spending a lot of money this holiday season. And there could be weird, unexpected events that do occur in your career around the end of the year, but these will likely be more positive. So again, these could be unexpected, positive opportunities for you to get ahead in your career, or there could be some wacky, weird instances that occur. And on December 30th, we have a black moon in your 9th house of education and travel. So some of you may be embarking on a brand new educational journey for the new year, or some of you may be planning beautiful new trips for the new year, or you may be going on a trip. This is a really great time for you to travel, probably one of the best times out of the entire year for you to travel. So I highly recommend booking something around that time, planning some sort of major adventure at least. Gemini risings, let's start off with the first half of the month. For this entire time period, many of you may reconcile with an ex. You may hear back from an ex. Some of you may be tempted to text an ex, or likewise, your ex could be tempted to text you. You and your ex could be thinking about each other a lot. This is because you will have a lot of activity occurring in your 7th house of relationships, more notably Mercury retrograde happening in that house. So if there's some unfinished business between you and an ex, there's a high possibility of reconciliation, or at least information coming out about your ex, you learning some new things about your ex. And for those of you who may not hear back from an ex or reconnect with an ex, this may be a time in which you're healing from past relationship wounds, so that you may be available to date and find the love that you deserve and desire moving into the new year. So you may find yourself heavily reminiscing on an ex-partner, but this will allow you to move on from them and to purge out whatever remaining relationship wounds are still there. But this is also a very ideal time for dating. Many of you could find a new partner, or you may find that your dating life is exciting. You could be going on fun dates. You could be meeting people in your love life. This is a great time to put yourself out there in the dating scene if you have been single. You'll be highly affected by Mars retrograde in your 3rd house of written projects and work projects. So this may be a time in which you are revising any sort of project that you've been working on, for example, a business project, a creative endeavor, so that you can turn that into a success. And Mars retrograde will last from December 6th all the way to February 23rd. So this is a really great time to revise any projects. And it's not necessarily an ideal time to release any projects, but it's a great time to go back to the drawing board and figure out what you need to do differently in order to turn said projects into a success. Throughout the entire month, many of you may be making major travel plans as well, or even major plans for relocation for the new year. Or this is a really great time for you to travel. Travel may be very exciting and fun. fun. It's also a really great time to put your energy into investing or into merging your finances with others, for example, working on business partnerships. Now let's touch on the second half of the month. On December 15th, there is a full moon in your sign, and this will affect how the entire second half of the month plays out for you. So many of you are going to be making major, massive changes to your life. You may be sacrificing parts of who you are throughout 2024. You may be turning into a completely different person during this time, and becoming a different person will allow you to accomplish your personal goals, your highest dreams and aspirations for the new year. So you may find yourself letting go of old people, old situations, old mindsets, limiting beliefs, or anything else that has been holding you back from your power. And by purging these things out, you will be able to step into your power for the new year. So it's highly advised that you allow whatever's leaving your life to leave your life, and to allow yourself to let go of whatever you know is meant to leave your life. During the second half of the month, you may also enjoy increased popularity. This is a really great time to boost your reputation, to gain more notoriety, recognition, perhaps even fame if that's what you're striving for. You'll be extremely magnetic and popular. Other people will be drawn to you, so you may find more attention than usual coming your way. Many of you may be elevating your physical appearance as well. For example, hitting the gym, starting to hit those gym goals for the new year to achieve that dream body, or getting cosmetic procedures, or altering your wardrobe, your hairstyle, for example, so that you can look your possible best for 2025. There could be crazy things happening in regard to travel or adventures. You could be going on very exciting adventures with the people that you know, and the second half of the month is more likely to be very hedonistic, enjoyable, and pleasurable. So you may be partaking in social events, you may be going to social gatherings, going out a lot, or you may find that the holiday season is very fun for you. And on December 30th, there is a black moon in your 8th house of finances and spirituality. So this may be a time in which you are ushering in new opportunities to boost your wealth for the new year, or you may be coming up with brilliant solutions to make a lot of money for 2025. This is a great time to manifest making money, and this may be a time in which you're connecting with your spirituality. Your intuition will be activated. You will be connecting with your higher self so that you can come up with the solutions you need to create the life that you want. Pay attention to your dreams, your visions, your daydreams, the signs and synchronicities that you're receiving from the universe, as they'll be very significant and contain important messages. Cancer risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. Many of you are going to be making major new adjustments to the way in which you manage your health. For example, you may be setting up a new diet regime or a new exercise regime, and you're finally sticking to that so you can hit your health goals for the new year. For example, you can move into 2025 finally hitting a certain weight goal, finally being able to accumulate that muscle mass. From December 6th to February 23rd, you were highly affected by Mars retrograde in your second house of finances, streams of income. So this is a really great time for you to re-strategize and revise the way in which you approach making money. And this is a great time to come up with brilliant solutions which will allow you to accumulate wealth and to rethink what you need to do differently in order to make a lot of money for the new year. The first half of the month looks very beautiful if you are in a relationship or if you're dating. Many of you may find that your love life is very exciting, fun, enjoyable, pleasurable. You may be able to bond with your romantic interest on a deep spiritual, intellectual, emotional level. Of course, this applies mostly to healthy relationships, though. This may also be a time in which the truth comes to the light and you are able to see the truth behind a romantic partner, whether their intentions are good or bad. Now let's touch on the second half of the month. You are highly affected by a Gemini full moon in your 12th house of spirituality, mental health, and addictions. And this will affect how the entire second half of the month plays out for you. So many of you could be letting go of certain addictions that have been holding you back in life, or certain patterns, certain negative routines that you've been keeping up with. For example, unhealthy routines. Some of you may finally be purging out a lot of your past traumas and emotional wounds. You may be feeling them out so that you can let them go and you can be reborn again. You can be energetically, spiritually, emotionally cleansed for the new year. And many of you will be very in tune with your spirituality. So listen to your intuition, it will be right. Pay attention to any dreams, signs, synchronicities that you see or have. You could receive messages from the universe which contain very valuable insights and information. And this is a really great time to meditate, to practice manifestation so you can manifest your goals for the new year. There will be that continued theme where it's a really great time to come up with ways to boost your wealth and your income. This is a really great time to make money moves or to make investment moves more specifically. And on December 30th, you have a black moon in your 7th house of relationships and business partnerships. So there could be some sort of new opportunity arising for success in business partnerships for the new year. Or this could be a time in which something very significant is happening in your love life, which will define how your love life plays out for the new year. For others, you could be purging out any remaining wounds that are there from past relationships so that you are ready for new love going into the new year. But for many of you, you could be meeting a new romantic interest around this time. There could be a wild, exciting, fun date happening around this time, or there could be something positive happening within your current relationship that will allow you to take your relationship to the next level. For example, you may finally receive commitment within a relationship. You may finally learn the truth about what's happening within your romantic relationship. So pay attention to what's happening in your love life. This is an ideal time for dating, and there could be very significant events that are happening in your love life. Leo risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. Many of you are going to reconnect with an ex. Some of you could reconnect to gain closure. Some of you may be getting back together again. Or for others, this may be a time in which you are reminiscing on past heartbreak and you are overcoming the traumas caused by previous relationships so that you may open yourself up to new love that you deserve and desire moving into 2025. You are emotionally and energetically cleansing yourself of any past relationship wounds. But you may find that you are thinking about your ex a lot, or likewise they could be thinking about you a lot, which is why the chances of reconciliation are so high. This is one of the better Mercury retrogrades for re-engaging with an ex if this is something that you're going to do anyway. And many of you may have a lot of excitement in your love life as well. If you are dating, you may find that you are able to bond with your romantic interest on a deep, playful level. And this may be a time in which there is a lot of passion in your love life, or some of you may be able to take your relationship to the next level. Now, this applies to healthy relationships. If on the other hand, your relationship is toxic, this could be a time in which the harsh reality of your relationship is coming to the light. So there is going to be a very heavy emphasis on your relationship, whether you are single or not. From December 6th all the way to February 23rd, you are highly affected by Mars retrograde in your sign. So this is going to be a time in which you are taking a step back and you are reflecting on what you need to do differently in life in order to accomplish your own personal goals for the new year. You may find yourself going back to the drawing board and identify what isn't working out in your life, what you need to revise in order to make your higher goals and aspirations come true for 2025. And during the first half of the month, you may find that there is a lot of passion between you and a romantic interest, so things could get heated. This is a really good time for dating, putting yourself out there in the dating scene. Some of you could meet someone new. Some of you could be taking your relationship to the next level if it is a healthy romantic relationship. Now let's get into the second half of the month. On December 15th, you are highly affected by a full moon in your Gemini 11th house of friendships, higher dreams, aspirations, goals, hopes, wishes. And this will affect how the entirety of the second half of the month plays out for you. So many of you may be letting go of previous friendships. You may be restructuring your social life. You may be letting go of friends that are toxic or who no longer serve your higher interest. And this is a really great time to put effort into your highest dreams. You may be able to find new opportunities during the second half of the month to make your dreams come true, or you may be able to come up with brilliant solutions to make your dreams come true for the new year. And during the second half of the month, again, your love life may be extremely fun, exciting, and passionate if you are in a healthy relationship, or you may find that dating is a success. This is one of the best times out of the entire year for you to date, for you to find love, or for you to take your love life to the next level, for you to have fun and passion with your romantic interest. There may even be some wild events that occur in your love life, and for many of you, you could be finding out information about a romantic interest, or you could even be finding out information about an ex-partner. But for those of you who are not romantically involved with anyone, this could be a time for major healing in your love life if you've been burdened with relationship trauma throughout 2024. This may be the month in which you are finally releasing all of that pent up trauma so that you can move into 2025 ready to have the love that you've always wanted. And on December 30th, there is a black moon in your Capricorn 6th house of career and health. So this may be a time in which you are beginning a new health journey in your life for the new year. For example, you are implementing a new exercise regime or diet regime, and this may be a time in which you are setting new career goals for yourself so that you can make your career aspirations come true in 2025. This may be a time in which you are able to find new successful career opportunities, or you're able to come up with brilliant solutions to make your career dreams come to life for the new year. Virgo risings, let's start off with the first half of the month. You have a new moon in your 4th house of home, family, living situation. So some of you may be thinking of relocation. This would be a really great time to think about where you want to relocate and making plans to move to a new residence or to buy a new property, for example. There could potentially be some hardships or issues that you do experience within your family, for example, conflicts within the family. So that's something that you do want to watch out for. Or there could be possible conflicts or issues between you and the people that you are closest with. So that's one thing that you want to be cautious about. Many of you may experience a lot of passion, excitement, and heightened physical intimacy between you and a romantic interest. This is a really great time for dating. So it's a good time to put yourself out there in the dating scene to meet someone. Some of you could be meeting someone new. You could be taking your relationship to the next level. You may find that you were able to bond with a romantic interest on a deeper emotional, spiritual, and physical level. Or this could be a time in which you have major revelations about a romantic interest and the truth comes to the light and you see your romantic partner for who they truly are. For example, if your romantic interest is toxic or selfish, this could be a time in which you figure that out, or if they've been hiding information, you could figure that out. So for healthy relationships, you could have a blossoming relationship, but for relationships that are negative, this may be a time in which you are having those revelations and you are facing hard truths. From December 6th all the way to February 25th, we will have Mars retrograde in your 12th house of addictions and mental health. So this may be a time in which you are figuring out how you can create better mental health. You are dealing with things such as anxiety, depression, or past traumas. You are purging them out so that you can create a better mental headspace for the new year so that you can be revitalized and you can move into the new year energetically and emotionally cleansed of previous baggage. This may be a time in which you are finally letting go of addictions, or you are figuring out how you are going to manage addictions if you have any. During the middle of the month, your energy will be revitalized, and this will allow you to accomplish a lot in your career, to trudge ahead in your career, and this will allow you to get ahead in your health goals as well. This is a really great time to pick up that gym routine and to get your health back on the right track for the new year. Now let's touch on the second half of the month. On December 15th, there will be a full moon in your 10th house of career and reputation, and this will affect how the entire second half of the month plays out for you. So many of you may be considering letting go of a career that is falling flat and stagnant, that is not serving your higher self. So if you found that you were unhappy in your current career, this is an excellent time for you to pivot away from that career. Many of you may be making major drastic career changes so that you may usher in the career that you want going into the new year. This is an excellent time for you to come up with brilliant career solutions and to go to the drawing board and to come up with new plans to make your career aspirations come true for the new year. And you will be the main character around this time. You'll be attracting more attention. Your energy will be extremely magnetic. Other people will be drawn to you. And this is a really great time for you to boost your reputation, to gain more attention and recognition, even fame, if that's something that you're striving for. So put yourself out there. The second half of the month is a really great time for you to build more career stability, for you to build a solid foundation upon which you can build a successful career for the new year. So definitely hustle, put in the work. That work that you put in during the second half of the month will be heavily rewarded in the new year. And watch out for potential wacky situations that could happen in your career. There could be weird situations that do occur within the work environment. And on December 30th, there will be a Capricorn new moon in your 5th house of relationships and creative endeavors. So this could be a time in which there is a brand new beginning in your love life. There could be something majorly significant happening in your love life, which will define how your relationship relationship plays out in the new year. Or some of you may find that you are going on an exciting date, or there could be exciting things happening within your love life. And some of you may also be opening up a brand new chapter when it comes to your creative endeavors. This is an excellent time to start working on a new creative project or to put newfound effort and energy into your creative project so that you can turn them into a success for the new year. Libra risings, let's start off with the first half of the month. This is a really great time for you to communicate and network with other people. You'll be able to boost your social popularity, or at least network with the right kinds of people who can open doors of opportunity for you. So this is a wonderful time to connect with others, to socialize, as you'll be able to expand your social networks. This is also a really great time to put energy, time, and focus into your creative projects, your work projects, for example, a business. This will also be a really great time for you to revise any written projects, creative projects, or business projects that you have. If they haven't been turning out the way that you want them to, or they haven't been reaping success, this is a great time for you to go back to the drawing board and figure out the brilliant ideas and solutions required to turn these endeavors into a massive success for the new year. Many of you may reunite with an old friend, or this may be a really great time for you to reconnect with an old friend or old acquaintance if you haven't heard from them in a long time, or if you've lost touch. December 6th to February 23rd is an amazing time for you to go back to the drawing board and for you to rediscover what you need to do differently in order to turn your dreams, aspirations, and higher goals into a success for the new year. It's a great time to strategize how you are going to make your dreams come true in 2025. Many of you will also experience heightened attraction between you and your romantic interest. You may have a lot of excitement and passion within your love life. You and your romantic interest may be able to get along very well. You may go on exciting dates. Physical intimacy may be amazing during this time. You're going to be very magnetic and attractive in your love life, so this may be a really great time for you to attract someone in love. However, for those of you who are in toxic relationships, there is the potential for toxicity to potentially arise. So if you are romantically involved with someone who is manipulative, there is a chance that their manipulative tactics could come out. If the relationship is toxic, there could be potential fighting within your relationship, and you may find that you have to address issues within the relationship that you haven't been addressing before. So while there can be a lot of passion between you and a romantic interest, you want to make sure that your relationship doesn't get drowned out by conflict if there has been tension within your relationship recently. Now let's touch on the second half of the month. You are highly affected by a Gemini full moon on December 15th, which will affect how the second half of the entire month plays out for you. So this will be a really great time for you to travel. This is a wonderful time for you to plan some sort of trip. You'll have a lot of fun if you go on a trip, or this would be a really great time to at least plan some sort of major adventure. You're also going to be highly connected with your spirituality, with your intuition. So pay attention to your dreams, your daydreams, the visions that you're having. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you see. This is a really great time to practice spirituality, for example, meditating, manifesting. And the second half of the month is one of the best times out of the entire year for you to travel. This would be a really great time to plan some sort of trip, or at least to go on some sort of major adventure. If you're in school, you may find that it's difficult for you to concentrate on your studies, especially for those of you who are involved in exam season. So you may have to pick up some extra slack to put in the effort to study. At the end of the month, you want to watch out for some potentially wild occurrences that could happen in your love life. This doesn't necessarily have to be bad. You could just find yourself going on some sort of wild date, or something wild and unforeseen could be happening between you and a romantic interest. All of December will be a really great time for you to work on your creative endeavor, since your creativity will be stimulated and activated. And at the end of the month, December 30th, you're highly affected by a black moon in your 4th house of home and family. So you may find that some of you are planning on moving to a new home. You may be looking to invest in a new property and a new home. There could be major things that are happening with family around this time. The time that you spend with your family now will likely be enjoyable if you're spending time with them for the holidays. Scorpio risings, let's start off with the first half of the month. This will be an excellent time for you to brainstorm and come up with brilliant solutions to boost your wealth and your income for the new year. You will be able to come up with brilliant strategies, such as a new business plan to make your financial goals for the new year come to life. So work on your streams of income. Many of you may be presented with amazing new opportunities to make more money, but of course you have to seek them out. This will also be a really great time for you to connect with your romantic interest on a deeper, emotional emotional, spiritual level. So this would be a really great time for you to plan a date so that you can form that deeper attachment with someone that you're romantically interested in. If you found that your previous money-making endeavors haven't been reaping enough rewards throughout 2024, this is a great time to go back to the drawing board and to figure out what you need to do differently in order to make more money. This is your time to come up with the solutions you need to boost your wealth. And from December 6th to February 23rd, you're highly affected by Mars retrograde in your Leo 10th house of career and reputation. So this will be a really great time for you to go back to the drawing board and figure out what you need to do differently in your career in order to make your career aspirations come to life. This will be a really great time for you to strategize what you need to do differently in order to build up a massive reputation. If that is something that you seek out, you'll be able to come up with strategies to boost the amount of attention, fame, or notoriety that you receive. Watch out for potential toxicity within your family dynamics. However, if you have a healthy family relationship, on the other hand, this could be a really great time for you to bond with family members. So toxic family relationships may suffer, but healthy family relationships will flourish during this time. Now let's touch on the second half of the month. Once again, we continue with that theme of being able to boost your wealth. This is a really great time to make plans around business, to make financial strategies with other people as well if you've been considering business partnerships, and your spirituality will be activated. So this is a time where you want to listen to your intuition. You may be having vivid dreams, you may be having psychic visions, you may be having significant daydreams. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you see from the universe. Pay attention to the ideas that are brought to your mind, as they may be very valuable ideas which will allow you to manifest your goals. At the very end of the month, you're highly affected by a black moon in your third house of networking, written projects, creative projects. So this will be a really great time for you to network with people, to build the right social connections. So put yourself out there, socialize at the end of the month. Or you may find that your social life is flourishing, you're having a lot of fun with other people. This is a really great time to connect with others. You'll be very magnetic, other people will be drawn to you. You'll be able to meet the right kinds of people who may be able to open doors of opportunity for you. Many of you may come up with a brilliant new creative project or business project that you'll be able to turn into a success for the new year. So put your energy into those work endeavors. Sagittarius risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. Now there will be a new moon in your sign, so you are going to be incredibly attractive and magnetic. Other people are going to be drawn to you. This is a really great time for you to boost your reputation, to gain more notoriety, attention, recognition, even fame if that's what you're striving for. However, you'll also have Mercury retrograde in your sign, so you want to be cautious of miscommunication, or you may be more prone to negative thinking around this time. Be careful with the things that you say, because it's very easy for you to accidentally say the wrong thing, and that can rub off the wrong way. You'll be able to come up with brilliant solutions and ideas to make your personal goals for 2025 come true. However, the first half of the month is not necessarily an ideal time to start anything new, even though there's a new moon in your sign, since we will have Mercury retrograde. But it's a great time to put your effort and energy into anything that you are already currently working on, or to plan out what you want to do for the new year. From December 6th to February 23rd, you have Mars retrograde in your 9th house of travel, so there could be potential mishaps that arise when it comes to travel. This is not necessarily considered an ideal time for travel. As long as you avoid miscommunication, you are careful with the way that you speak and the way that you contact others. This is a really great time for networking and socializing. You'll be able to expand your social networks. You may even be able to make new friends or meet the right kinds of people who can open doors of opportunity for you. The first half of the month is just a really great time for successful networking. And whatever you work on during the first half of the month, as long as it's not a brand new project, will likely find success. You have a heightened ability to accomplish success in whatever it is that you put your energy, time, and effort towards. Now let's get into the second half of the month. On December 15th, you're highly affected by a Gemini full moon in your 7th house of relationships and business partnerships. And this full moon will affect how the rest of the month, the second half of the month, plays out for you. So many of you could be letting go of a relationship. If that relationship is toxic, you could be ridding yourself of a romantic interest who may not necessarily be suitable for you, or who could even be toxic. This may be a time in which you could be fixing things within a current relationship if things have been subpar or there has been negativity within your relationship. Or for others, you may have an exciting, wild time when it comes to your relationships. Many of you may find, on the contrary, your relationships are flourishing and you're having a lot of fun with your partner, but that refers to the healthy relationship. Many of you may be making major moves in regard to business partnerships as well. This is a really great time to strategize around business partnerships. During the second half of the month, it will continue to be an excellent time for socializing and networking, and this will be a really great time to put your energy and efforts into your creative projects, your work projects, your business projects, although you may find that you are a bit lazy and it may take yourself a little bit of extra motivation and discipline in order to get yourself on track and to do the work. The second half of the month is an excellent time for you to find more stability and security within your relationship. So if you are dating someone and the relationship is healthy, many of you could be taking that relationship to the next level of commitment. And at the end of the month, around December 30th, you are highly affected by a black moon in your Capricorn second house of income and finances. So many of you could be ushering in a lot of money. This is a time in which you could be boosting your wealth. It will be very easy for you to manifest and attract wealth around this time. Large sum of income could be coming in, or this is a time in which you can come up with brilliant strategies and solutions to make a lot of money for the new year. So definitely make money moves around that time. Capricorn risings, let's start off with the first half of the month. This is a time where you are going to want to recharge your batteries. You're likely going to want to withdraw a bit from society, take some time to isolate, rest. This is a time in which you may need to rest a bit more. This is an excellent time to practice meditation, soul searching. Your intuition is going to be highly activated. So pay attention to any dreams or daydreams that you have, as they may contain valuable messages. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you see from the universe. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is going to be incredibly accurate. During the first half of the month, many of you may also come into some sort of financial windfall, or you'll be able to come up with brilliant ideas and solutions to make more money. So this is a really great time to strategize about your money-making schemes. Even though you'll be a bit withdrawn from the world, you will still be very attractive to other people. Others will be drawn to you. Other people may try to seek out your companionship. So this is a time in which you can successfully network. Yes, you should take some time to withdraw from the world, but this is a time in which you can make the right kinds of connections. You can socialize nicely with others. You'll also be very attractive in your love life as well. This is an optimal time for dating. People in your romantic life may be drawn to you. From December 6th to February 23rd, we are going to have Mars retrograde in your 8th house of finances and investments. So this is a time in which you may want to avoid making major life-changing decisions when it comes to your finances. For example, this is not an optimal time to make a major investment or to pull out a major investment. Many of you will be able to find major ways to boost your finances. So this is a great time to make money moves. Let's get into the second half of the month. Now, you are going to be very attractive. Other people are going to be drawn to your energy. You'll be the main character. This is a really great time to boost your reputation, to gain more attention, notoriety, perhaps even fame if that's what you're striving for. But you may find yourself being a bit low energy, so this is a time where you want to make sure you are getting plenty of rest. It may take an extra boost of motivation on your end in order to get stuff done. This is one of the best times you'll have out of the entire year to make money, to boost your wealth. So make sure that you are putting effort, time, and energy into your money-making practices. This may be a time in which a lot of money is coming your way, or you may be able to gain a lot more in your workplace, or you may be able to overcome any financial burdens that you may have. And because money should be flowing well, this may be a time in which you're living it up a bit more, in which you are spending extravagantly. For example, you're spending money on trips, on lavish items. So you can expect to have some fun near the end of the month. Your lifestyle may be more exciting, hedonistic, lavish for the holiday season. On December 15th, you're highly affected by a Gemini full moon in your 6th house of work and health, and this will affect how the second half of the entire month plays out for you. So this is a really great time to make major changes in your career. If you've been thinking of leaving a job behind, this may be a time in which you finally do that, or this would be a really great time to just pivot in your career or define new career strategies so that you can manifest your career dreams and accomplish your career aspirations for the new year. So look towards making career changes or expanding within your career, and you may be letting go of poor health choices as well, and finally turning your health health around for the better. Many of you will be able to begin to improve your health so that you can accomplish your health goals for 2025. For example, hitting a weight goal. And on December 30th, you are highly affected by a black moon in your sign. And this is an amazing time for new beginnings and manifesting your goals. So this is a time in which you should be practicing manifestation, as your affirmations will have heightened power. And this is a time in which you will have major new opportunities to accomplish your personal goals. So seek out those opportunities. Aquarius risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. Now, you are highly affected by a new moon as well as Mercury retrograde in your 11th house of friendships, dreams, hopes, and aspirations. So this will be a really great time for you to network with people, for you to socialize, build up your reputation, gain more notoriety, attention, possibly even fame. Your energy will be very magnetic. You may be able to meet new friends or meet the right kinds of people who can open doors of opportunity for you, get acquainted with the right crowd. But you do want to be careful of potential miscommunication. It's very easy for you to say the wrong thing or for you to misinterpret someone's words, and there could be a tendency for you to get easily agitated by other people. So be patient with others. Don't jump to conclusions with other people as well. You don't want to misinterpret their words. You could get drawn into potentially unnecessary arguments or drama. It's not a good time to start something new, but it's a really great time to work on your higher dreams, aspirations, and goals. Rather than starting a new project, it's a great time to put your time and energy into some sort of project you already have ongoing to make your highest dreams for 2025 come true. And this could be a career dream, a business dream, for example. Some of you may even reconcile with friends or acquaintances from the past. If you have unfinished business from someone from your past, there's a high chance that you may talk or this person may come back into your life. Now, you are highly affected by Mars retrograde in your 7th house of relationships from December 6th all the way to February 23rd. And this means that many of you could potentially reconcile with an ex if there is unfinished business. This could also be a time in which issues within your current relationship could be brought to the forefront, and you may have to address those issues. And some of you may even experience a breakup during that time period. But these are only scenarios which will happen if you are within a very toxic relationship. For those of you who are in healthy relationships, your relationships likely won't suffer. But if your relationship is not in a good place, this is a time in which, again, anything that's toxic within the relationship could be brought up, could be highlighted. And this may be a really great time for you to address pre-existing issues within your relationship so that you can fix them and overcome your problems so that you can have the relationship that you want throughout 2025. You are going to have a massive amount of attractiveness and appeal to other people. So this is a time in which you can be incredibly influential towards others. Others will listen to you. Others will respect you. You can gain more notoriety, even fame. Now let's touch on the second half of the month. You are highly affected by a full moon in Gemini in your 5th house of relationships and creative endeavors on the 15th, and this will affect how the entire second half of the month plays out for you. So watch out for any potential wild or massive, perhaps even life-changing events that may go down in your love life, in the dating scene. You could have a very wild, exciting date, for example, or some of you could even be letting go of a relationship or, again, addressing major issues within a relationship. It's dependent on everyone's personal situation. And this would be a really great time to put effort and energy into your creative endeavors and creative projects, and to revise any creative plans that you have to make your creative goals come true for the new year. And for those of you who are happy within your love lives, you may enjoy a lot of excitement and passion between you and a romantic interest. The two of you could be going on adventures, for example. You could be going on very exciting dates. You could be sharing really great moments of intimacy together. You'll have great creative inspiration, which is great for your creative endeavors. You'll continue to be extremely attractive and magnetic. Other people will want to be around you, and this will be one of the best times out of the entire year for you to manifest and attract your goals and desires. So put time, effort and energy into your personal goals, whatever is important to you. Take a lot of time to manifest, as you'll have that above average ability to attract whatever you want. And at the end of the month, December 30th, you're highly affected by a black moon in your 12th house. So during this time, your intuition will be highly stimulated and activated. So pay attention to your gut. It will be right. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to any dreams or daydreams you may have, or any signs or synchronicities that pop up. They may contain valuable messages. And many of you will be purging out any toxic mental health that has persisted throughout the new year, and you will be able to adopt a much healthier mindset going into the new year, to create a much more peaceful mindset, a stronger mindset that is necessary for you to accomplish your goals. So this is a great time for you to do things that are therapeutic, to meditate, perhaps even go to therapy, or to just take time to isolate and focus on yourself. Pisces risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. You are highly affected by a new moon, as well as Mercury retrograde in your 10th house of career and reputation. So this is a time in which you can boost the amount of attention, notoriety, recognition, potentially even fame that you receive. And this is a good time to put yourself out there if you are trying to gain more attention. Many of you could flourish in your career. This is a time in which you could be having major advancements. You could be getting ahead in the workplace, or you may be able to come up with brilliant ideas and solutions to begin turning your career aspirations into a success. It is not an optimal time to start any massive new career endeavor. I would wait until after the 15th, since Mercury retrograde is not a good time to start anything, but it's a good time to put effort into your pre-existing career projects to turn them into a success. Many of you will be able to bond extremely well with your friends, with acquaintances. Networking should flow very nicely. You'll be able to bond with people on a deeper spiritual level, so this is a great time to socialize. You do want to watch out for potential mishaps that could happen in the workplace. You want to double check your work, for example, since there is a tendency to be careless or to make mistakes during Mercury retrograde, and this is hitting the area of your life which represents your career, your work. And while you can boost your reputation, you want to be mindful of the things that you say, because you could accidentally say something that could rub off the wrong way to someone. From December 6th all the way to February 23rd, you are highly affected by Mars retrograde in your 6th house of work and health. So this may be a time in which you have to go back and revise your health routines, the way in which you manage your health. You may have to go back to the drawing board and figure out what you need to do differently in order to get ahead in your career, especially if you've been lacking or slacking and falling behind in your career or in your health. This is a time in which the universe will ask you to address these issues in regards to career and health, so that you can get yourself to where you want to go in these life areas in 2025. Near the middle of the month, you will have increased vitality and energy to turn your health goals into a success and to get your health back on the right track. You'll have a lot of energy to focus on your work projects, and to get ahead in your career as well. You'll have a lot more stamina too. Let's touch on the second half of the month. You are highly affected by a Gemini full moon on December 15th, which will affect how the entire second half of the month plays out for you. This is happening in your 4th house of home and family. So some of you could be thinking of relocating, perhaps selling a home, buying a new property, moving to a new city. This is a really great time to think about relocating if this is something that you've been considering for a while. And there could be major events happening with your family, especially since this is happening during the holiday season. Many of you can expect to have very good times with your family members, to enjoy the time that you spend with the people that you love the most, with the people that you are closest with. So this holiday season is likely going to be very enjoyable. You'll be able to bond extremely well, very harmoniously with the people that you are closest with. For example, close friends, your spouse, your close long-term relationship partner, your parents. And on December 30th, you are highly affected by a black moon in your 11th house of hopes, dreams, friendships. So this will be a really great time to socialize, to network. For example, you could be going to fun social events, and your New Year's is likely going to be very exciting, very enjoyable. And this is a time where there may be major new opportunities to turn your dreams and aspirations for 2025 into a reality. So seek out those opportunities. You'll be able to figure out solutions to make your dreams come true. So work on your dreams during this time.